Chris and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah. Fuck. You're more ready than I am. Jesus Christ.
You ever seen
why do people get ready like that?
the
Like I know athletes are just like, come on, yeah.
like it's like it hypes you up, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, like it gets your like testosterone running.
Really?
Yeah.
So
100%.
before sex, you're just woo!
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do this. And then the girl's like,
Ooh.
get a piece out.
You don't do that at all?
Well,
To like hype yourself up?
Like when I was on a sports team, I didn't even hit myself. I was just like, come on, yeah,
Yeah.
Hawk, yeah.
What the heck?
What the hell? Shit.
Yeah.
But to really hype yourself up, should you really think of shit that really pisses you off? You know,
No, that's probably a good way to do it.
right? Fucking, how could you break my fucking heart? Let's go out there and fucking shoot this basket. You know, fucking watch where you're parking. Shit. Fuck.
You're right.
You cut me off.
It goes back to, I think we had this one episode where we were talking about
Young world. I'm Carlos.
and I'm Ryan.
And this is The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. Welcome to another week. Another episode.
Another week.
Another week.
I'm hyped, man.
You don't say. I mean, I really hope so with all that. Yeah. Yeah. Did you want to talk about that other episode thing?
Oh, okay. So when we were talking about the other episode, there was remember we're like, oh, what's your go-to song to work out to?
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming that song like brings like, you know, emotions to you to be like, okay, it's gonna hype me up, right?
Yeah.
Has that song changed for you yet? Or is it still the same song?
What song did I pick again?
I don't remember.
I don't even remember neither.
I remember my song.
What was your song?
It was obviously a Lupe song, but
Of course it was.
but I'm wondering like, okay, so like when's the last time you went to the gym?
Oh, I think I picked the KKK theme song. Was that what I picked? Well, I mean, it's angry. It's just like, what the fuck are these lyrics? Fucking fuck these fuckers. Come on, one more set. Let's go. Abolish racism. Yeah.
I like it.
Right?
Justice.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, is that what I picked? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh no, I don't have like a pump up song. Like it changes from point. I could listen to freaking Black Republican by Nas and Jay-Z one day. I can listen.
I think you did bring up that song.
Yeah.
That song.
I can bring up Real by Lupe one day. I can bring up the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song one day. You know,
go Power Rangers.
And then my worst fear is a cute girl coming up to me and just like, oh yeah, and then I take off the headset and then she can hear you Mighty Morphin. It's like, all right, well,
I cut myself.
You know what I mean?
This is my last resort.
Yeah, right.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be just something, just take off your headset. This cute, black girl, like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, hey, how you? Cut my life into pieces. Excuse me. I'm gonna go work out my set.
All right.
Just well done. Excuse me. Just a sad thing. Yeah, pump up music, man. Oh, it's nice weather outside.
Beautiful weather.
Absolutely. Everybody's out, walking about, sitting on those patios out there. Yeah. Street made. They're not even like the official patios. I fucking hate it.
Why?
Hear me out. I'm on my way here. I could be here faster, but traffic is a little more
yeah,
because
yeah.
it blocks the fucking way.
That's true.
All because these motherfuckers want to go on the street and freaking, drink their goddamn devil juice on the goddamn street.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about your goddamn promotion, Cheryl. I don't care how much are the goddamn mimosas, fucking Chester. Get your dumb ass inside.
Yeah.
Stop making these goddamn patios. I'm trying to, I got 7 people to fucking entertain. Come on.
You're gonna hate Toronto this year.
Well,
I think this
I
year
hated it
for me.
well, no, I love Toronto, but
Traffic is really fucking.
And the roads, construction on the roads. You see all these construction signs, but no work being done.
Eglinton, man.
Fucking hell.
Eglinton.
Hell.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Eglinton's definitely
Not a fan. Get it done. Talking to you, Dougie. Got reelected and shit. What's Ford? What's his name?
Dougie?
No. The mayor.
Oh, John Tory.
Tory. Not Ford. Who the hell's Ford? Tory.
John
Tory. What has he done? What is he doing?
He's just chilling.
He's just chilling.
He's a charismatic dude.
Well,
I
I don't care about the goddamn
like,
charisma.
That's what wins.
I don't care about the goddamn charisma. All right,
pretty
take that charisma and fucking pave the goddamn roads.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
Right? Come on, deal with the housing market around here.
Yeah.
I hate getting political, but then these people just piss me off. It's all for goddamn Instagram likes and Twitter mentions and shit, dude. Come on.
Toronto's just so fucking busy.
It's too busy.
As of in somewhat of recent news, I believe it was an ex-NHL player. His name's Ryan Langley.
Yeah.
I don't remember what team he used to play for, but he came out, made a viral video about how Pearson Airport's like one of the worst fucking airports ever.
Yeah.
And like how he was sitting in line for like 6 hours. And Pearson's like known to be Toronto, like YYZ, like all that goes hand in hand. And it's like it just makes us look bad, man. Yeah. It's a Mississauga.
That's an interesting point.
But it makes us look bad.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't have a bad airport with
and
Toronto.
this has been happening for a while now.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
I'm worried about taking planes now.
I agree. We have like 2 trips planned, and I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah.
Kind of concerned. We got vacation days. We got jobs to do, folks.
God.
All right. So I don't know who's responsible for the whole Pearson thing. Whether it's Trudeau, that you robot, okay, Tory, or Dougie. Get y'all shits together. All right, Dougie. I know this isn't shoveling the snow, but at least you got to put more pep in the step.
Yeah.
Hear me? That's all I got to say about that.
He just won too. That's
Just
the funny
won.
part.
Just won.
It's like coming off a win. You gotta step up the game.
You know?
You gotta keep these people liking you.
Yeah.
See why they voted you in the first place.
You know what I mean? You got to treat this like Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Step your game up. You like that? Woo!
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh man,
That was a good one.
gotta write me a fucking rap after this one. Just dissing every politician out there. It's my Kendrick control to accept the political version. But yes,
Politics.
another week. Oh, you want to say your?
I do want to say thank you everybody for joining for another week.
No, that's not what I meant. The other thing that you normally say.
Well, I'm kind of dying inside. But
Definitely, I mean, we normally talk about that after. I mean, even before or after the show, never on camera. So,
But,
yeah.
no,
Happy
it's fine.
Pride Month.
It's fine. Yeah, happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That escalated so quickly. Wow.
But yeah, I know. June's a big month, man. But
It
yeah,
is quite a big month.
happy Thursday, everybody. Carlos and I definitely do appreciate you rolling in for another week.
Mm.
It's hype, man. I think that like with the weather getting nice, it's just hard not to be in a good mood. I think nowadays, other
That's
than the
fascinating you say that.
patio stuff that you got going on.
Well,
over
I'm
there.
pissed about that. I'm sure you have your pissed off reasons. Before we recorded here, this dude was playing Call of Duty, and I have never seen him that mad in years. All right, he was just talking shit to people, wishing death on children. It was bad. There was a 12-year-old kid. All he wanted to do was play an innocent game of Call of Duty, and this dude's over here telling him he's gonna give him a wedgie, ask for his lunch money tomorrow at school and shit. God, man. Jesus!
Look, these kids need to realize.
Oh boy,
they need to realize.
Oh,
not the best.
Yeah.
This isn't their era.
Right.
I'm still in it.
Oh,
I'm still in this game.
Holy.
No,
you're not retiring anytime soon.
It's the
You're
only...
a straight up chimney because all they want is smoke. All you need is
There's, I don't know. Video games just
brings the best out of you, or
brings the worst out of me.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. It's like I find myself, and I have this conversation with Alesha all the time. It's like, there's only one thing that you really get mad at in the world. And then when we talk about it, it's like, yeah, video games. Like I don't see you like that and in that light at any point in time of your life, other than when you're playing video games. Like, why are you yelling at the
taking
screen?
All the pent up frustration and anger that you should be
all
feeling?
The suppressed
that you should be feeling elsewhere, and then you just take it out on this video game, baby. So then you're playing that game at one point, just like, fuck, why didn't I get that promotion? Oh, look, I mean, fuck, you missed,
Look, Bobby Boucher, 23. I still remember your name.
Oh, boy. Are we doing...
Coming for you. But, I don't know. Video games is just one of those, like, outlets. It's just, like, a great time passer. And, like, I think because we're that generation that started, like, heavily growing up with, like, the Super Nintendos, the PlayStations, and we've had our fair share of like talks about like the 90s stuff and like what we grew up with, but like it's such a predominant thing that it's like it's almost normal for adults to now play video games. And I feel like the generation before us never really got that go ahead or that green light,
because there weren't, even the generation before us, there's no such thing as adults playing video games.
They had like the Pong thing, but like they stopped that
immediately because you have to be an adult. It doesn't look cool. But now everything is cool. Like you could be fucking 98 and still be playing video games.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing.
I was actually reading this this article the other day, and there was like a senior esports team that played in a couple of Counter-Strike tournaments, and then each one of them, I believe, they were over like 65. They didn't.
You're joining?
No,
with your old ass. You're decrepit. Speaking of which, guess who's turning 30 next week?
I have no idea, my friend. You're gonna have to murder me first.
Oh, wow. Was that you?
No, I'm just
calling out the government?
I ain't turning 30. I ain't turning 30 in this bitch. No, I'm just playing.
You're gonna have to get me. Like, okay. You know who you are? Who you talking to?
Like looking it up. Like this guy owes $500 in back taxes. That's what the issue is.
We're not gonna kill you, Ryan. We just want the money. You'll never take me alive. Stop being some dude in a suit and tie, just like Ryan. Just. This is like the 5th time we've had this conversation. Please just give me the money.
He's like, I'm actually one of your 7 viewers that watches every.
Like I'm actually a really big fan. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Just give me the money. Just give me the money.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
Yeah. For those who don't know, my birthday is coming up. Thank you. I'm honestly sometimes shocked how like that's not even a word. How far I've actually gone. And I think like 30 years is still young, relatively. Like you're still young pretty much in comparison to life in general.
I mean, I'm 30. I can say I feel young.
Yeah. And like I feel young, and I feel like if someone were to come up to you tomorrow and be like, Carlos, what age do you feel?
I still feel like I'm like early 20s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like societal pressure, like all this kind of stuff. And it's all of that combined. And then like your interests and like, what you do, or like, did you change much from like your early 20s to your 30s? And it makes you feel like you're still young. And
I think like 30s is the years where you come to realizations, where 20s is you work a lot just to, make ends meet, because you don't know what you're going to do. Even at your 30s, it's okay to be at a point where you're just like, shit, I don't know what my next steps are. Yeah, that's okay. It's not. Yeah, it's not the end. It's not the end.
People have the saying where it's like, oh, like 30 is a new 40s, where it's like, you know, your prime used to be your 30s, but now like your 40s is now somewhat of the prime of your 30s is still part of like that growth period, or like you said, the realization to your growth period.
Right.
And then maybe your primes is your 40s. Like I'm thinking our primes are probably going to be our 40s. Like we're going to be established in whatever definition that you want to consider established is. And I think that our 30s is probably going to be part of that, like a huge part of the development, when the 20s was just us like still being kids kind of thing, you know, or still being like the young mindset. But I don't know, you know, maybe everyone stays young at heart. Like I feel like I'd be young at heart forever. Like, do you think that?
I can snort a few cocaines right now. Is that how you say it? Let's snort some cocaines, guys.
Plural.
Let me do some cocaines.
Cocaine's plural.
Can we do some cocaines? I don't know. Yeah, I think that you know, this is just the beginning. You know, for those that feel old, you know, don't be on Instagram just like, oh, remember so and so. You know, that album, Levine's debut album, is 20 years old this year. I just saw posters.
Like Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
That album.
Like Skater Boy?
No, the one before that. The one that had the complicated song.
Shout or yell out what you yelling for. That's a good song.
Yeah.
20 Shout out to Avril Lavigne.
20 years old, that song.
Damn. That's wild.
Yeah.
Now do you like feel a fool to me?
Oh, here we go.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so? See the way you're acting like you're somebody else getting me front. All right. But that was a great song.
Oh my God. I just want to censor that. I'm not even going to censor that for freaking copyright purposes, just because it was not good.
My 30th birthday, man.
Fuck you. It's not even here yet.
So Carlos, let's say, because like, you know, you have a good couple of months on me in relation to experience. What do you think about turning 30? Because I think that's like my biggest thought process, trying to come up with ideas for today's episode. The only thing I could think of is like we're turning like a century, you know, like we've lived 3 centuries pretty much, you know what I mean? So what do you think? Like, give me your overall perspective of you turning 30.
I think my overall perspective is you think about yourself too much. You think about yourself way too much. Get over yourself.
Look here, Bobby Boucher.
I'm not
Bobby Boucher 23 on Xbox.
Jesus Christ. Let it go. It's just a goddamn kid. You probably haven't even gone through puberty yet, and you're just freaking. To be fair, Bobby, it's rated M for mature for fucking reason. Stop playing this goddamn game. Man. Jesus. You know what? It's just that I feel like people are just so pressured into growing up so fast that like they forget, man. You know what I mean? Like with Bobby Boucher playing this goddamn video game. Just like, why do you have to play this game? Like, it says 17 plus for a reason.
By the way, Bobby Boucher is the person I was playing Call of Duty against earlier. Just throw that out there so people have an understanding.
It's not the character from the Waterboy movie. No. That's the tag.
That was a great movie, though.
A fantastic
great movie. I recommend that.
Speaking of movies, and Adam Sandler, he had that movie on Netflix come out today.
Oh, I heard about that.
I heard it was really good. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
watch it this weekend, maybe Saturday. You know, I have nothing else to do that day, so.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What? I'm free Saturday.
Because I do want to give a shout out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
To my little brother.
What? What, is he doing something?
And his beautiful fiance.
Oh, what, is he doing something? What?
I'm gonna be an uncle.
You're gonna be an uncle? Wow, this is an exclusive! Exclusive. Dun dun dun! Congratulations.
Pretty big news, man.
Yeah.
But that means Carl's is supposed to be busy on the Saturday, so don't listen to his.
I'm watching Hustle.
His ridiculous.
Stay tuned for my review for Hustle next week as I watch it this coming Saturday. But yeah, it's a big deal. You know, you're turning 30 and becoming an uncle.
I think that's the crazy part. I feel like there's like so much stuff going on in life at the same time. Like, I bet there's gonna be a lot more things that happen in the next like 10 years to us.
Oh, for sure.
But I think that it's like you're almost getting started now. Like, I don't know. It varies everybody, but like, you know, if your brothers start having kids and you become an aunt or an uncle, or, you know, maybe you have your own kid, like 30 by our parents had us probably when they were super young.
Oh yeah.
So it's like for us, it feels like we're a little bit late to the game, but now like a whole bunch of stuff starting to happen in life, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool.
Which is not bad at all. So, which means we might live longer than we expect. Who knows?
Maybe our average is like 120 or something like that.
I really hope not. I don't want to be decrepit and fucking, you know, not able to use the washroom by my goddamn self.
What if, like, you know, they come up with some sort of like pill that you can take and then like you're in your 60s kind of thing at 120, still kind of moving around but still fragile at the same time?
No, thank you.
No,
that's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to freaking, you know, fall over and that's it for me. You know, one little misstep and then you know, and plus, I don't think I can get hard.
Yeah, you can.
At 120 years old.
100%.
Get the fuck out of here. I have to depend on like Cialis and like.
No problem.
No, thank you.
What do you mean? You thinking these like retirement homes ain't bumping and grinding?
I know they are, and they have to take pills for it.
They got the biggest subscription to Viagra.
Taking pills is like taking steroids. All right. It's you know, you look good. But you feel like shit on the inside.
Look, I'm just gonna throw it out here and say, I don't see nothing wrong. But I think
should you be singing that song in this social climate, knowing full well. Oh dear.
Hey.
I'm
not singing no songs. It's the words.
Hey, man.
But yeah, no. Retirement homes are known for like I'm pretty sure there's like a statistic where it's like the like STD, like STIs and STDs spread like very, very highly through like.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yeah. I mean, like these dudes these guys and gals are not even freaking, you know, getting it on often. Like any chance they get, they'll take it. Yeah. I mean, like they could go anytime now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like fuck it. But then they also have to run the risk of dying during sex. Now that would be scary.
That's like a movie.
That's like fucking, oh God, Esther, wake up, Esther. And then she, you know, and then poor Esther freaking died of a heart attack. Either that's scary or that's a very, very, very interesting conversation to have with the homies.
How many times
she Esther couldn't take it no more, you know what I mean? I guess after one night with me, you die and go to heaven, you know what I mean? Oh, rest in peace, Esther. But hey, what can I do?
Still have a heart out from the Cialis from last.
Hey, shout out to Cialis. I didn't even take it last night. You know, I actually took it this morning. So whoever's ready, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
What? Shout out to us here. Shout out to Esther. And
yeah. Rest in peace to Esther.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But yeah, like elderly people be knocking boots all the time. I'm thinking like at that age, like like you said, they got nothing else to do.
You know what I mean? The only, you know, the clock is ticking. Only time to tell when it'll happen. So just knock the boots when they can. My father semi-knows about the podcast.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that sentence. Can you say that one more time?
No context, no nothing. We'll go on to the next. We'll go on to the next thing, and then you'll let you.
All I heard was father podcast.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything.
My father semi-knows about the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Well, yeah.
How did he find out?
So he was chilling with my cousin. Oh my God, I almost fucked up her name, Ophelia, and she was telling me like,
your name, Ophelia, if you're listening. Ophelia, like from Shakespeare.
What?
You know, Crazy Ophelia.
Crazy Ophelia?
Yeah, she goes crazy and then she ends up murdering like her brother or something like that.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
I
think it was Hamlet. I think it was Hamlet.
Crazy art thou, Ophelia.
What's the it was
Get away from I. for I shall smite thee with my backeth hand.
It reminds me of the Simpsons episode where it's like usurper of the throne, and then Marge. Oh, Homer is marrying Marge and thing, and then Moe's the brother. Moe ends up killing Homer and then marries Marge.
That sounds like Hamlet.
Yeah, I think it's Hamlet. So then Ophelia is one of the crazy, like the characters that goes crazy in the play. But I like your name, Ophelia, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, going back to my story, always with the Simpsons with this guy, Jesus. But yeah, she was chilling with my dad, and then she's just like, "Oh, by the way, I see Carlos is on the internet now." It's like, what? He's like, "Yeah, he's on YouTube."
Whipping it out, man.
Yeah. And I was like,
whipping it out on YouTube.
What do you mean? Then he sees YouTube. He's like, oh, they won't allow that shit. Never mind. Anyways, it's like, and he sees me and you just talking. And
then, really? Amazing.
He brought it up. He's like, oh yeah, you make a show with that Chinese guy, right?
I don't blame you, man.
I did have the heart to tell him that you're not Chinese.
He's a Chinese.
Yes, he is Chinese. Yeah,
he makes great food.
Yeah, I mean, great food. But hey, yeah. So he said my nose.
That's pretty cool.
I'm really hoping it wasn't the donkey punch one, but because I'd rather not have that conversation with him.
Please go listen to our last episode. But it is X-rated, so please 18 plus only or 19 plus only. 17 if you get approval from your parents. Yeah, but sorry,
Bobby Boucher, we're looking at you, fucker.
But yeah, that's wild, man.
Yeah,
that's cool. So what else did he say about it?
He just he didn't really listen. He just saw me and just like
that's cool.
You talking like, and they were asking questions like, "Do you guys like get views and shit?" I'm like,
that's cool.
We're trying.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting thing. I think that like the more that we're putting ourselves out there, eventually more your personal people are gonna know. Like there's probably like I have a handful of cousins that don't know I do this. And I remember when I asked my mom,
lack of fucking advertising. What the hell is that?
Some of my cousins do know. I told a handful of them, but some of them don't know.
All right. Well, I mean, it's time to advertise on Saturday. Get them stickers out, homeboy, and be like, "Hey, cuzzo. Guess what? You have 50 plus episodes to catch up on."
But I did speak to my mom about it. And my mom's like, what's a podcast? That's the first question she asked.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
they don't know what we do as a podcast, but yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, we pretty much like me and Carlos, we sit there and, we talk about like current events and things that are going on in our lives. And we try to, get our word out to the world kind of thing. So every time she asks me about it, she'll ask me about it probably once a month. She's like, how's the broadcast going? I think she calls it broadcast. Like radio.
Coming to you live from Toronto, Ontario. It's The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. Thank you. Hi, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. On today's news report, rapists on the street of College. What is going on here? The suspect is running around and he is half naked, apparently wearing a Andrew Luck jersey. Well, I hope they catch this guy.
The Chinese guy
wearing an Andrew Luck jersey. Hope they catch this fella. Am I right? Back to you with sports. Anyways, yeah.
But I think it's cool, man. I think that to be able to kind of share certain things with like your parents, it's definitely cool, to have.
It depends.
You don't think so?
I think it depends. I mean, like if you're not really going anywhere with any, like if it's not that we're not going anywhere. Oh, I should have worded it. Oh my fucking god! No, that's not what I meant. Stepping out of here. Jeez. Yeah. I meant, when the things are, the same, like nothing. I think, we haven't reached the next phase yet. We're comfortable. I think in this stage, we're comfortable. We're gonna work on a few things, and then when we move on to the next phase, and then it's gonna get exciting to tell people, oh, we got this going on, this. It's gonna be that would be like a good thing to bring up. Did I do okay? Did I make up?
I think No, I agree with you 100%, Carlos. I think that, it's not something that has to be mentioned, I guess, in every single conversation. It's not like it's our career yet.
Right. But it is a hobby and
and
fun time.
You don't share everything with your parents as a hobby, but I think it's cool that they can sit there and ask you about it because, something that you're interested in. It's something that you do happen to do. So, for all the parents out there, it's, express some interest into your children. I'm sure it would pay off parenting wise.
But you know what I also realized, going off on a tangent here.
Please do.
Torontonians don't really support each other in terms of like side projects and stuff.
Damn.
And it's sad.
Damn.
It's not even like a diss. It's like a factual thing. Like it's well known. Like even when don't get me wrong. Like you hear about a Toronto rapper going on, that person probably won't get a lot of listens due to the fact that they're just local and they're just like, nothing's gonna happen. But guys like Tory Lanez and Drake, they go to the States and like they make it out. You know what I mean? Because they work hard. And they'll they do their own thing. But I think we just need to do a lot more to really support one another. Local businesses and whatever projects that we have going on. We need to do a lot more of that. And then like for me, like I remember just the other day, just like listening to a local rapper and then just thinking, this dude sucks.
I'm affected by it too. The lack of support for these shitty local rappers.
It's like, you want to download my whole mixtape? No, thank you. I am good after the one song. No, thank you. I'm teasing. I haven't done anything like that yet. But yeah, just Toronto. If I can have one thing, you Toronto folks out here, you girls out there with your sundresses.
Gotta love the sundresses.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Just support one another. Really do. Just like, we want to grow. We want to freaking afford housing here. You know what I mean? Fuck these mafia dudes investing in all these goddamn freaking houses, making our goddamn lives miserable as shit.
I'll say what
Ryan's people fucking investing in these homes to make our homes more expensive. Jesus.
I'd say what we can do go forward is, shout out to a Toronto, something or a local something.
Yeah.
Every episode. And then, potentially try to get that traffic that way. Because I definitely agree with you. It's definitely a known thing in Toronto, especially in Ontario, where people don't really, kind of build each other up as much as they should, because we have a lot of talent and a lot of like art spaces, and a lot of like brilliant thinkers that probably have other podcasts in Toronto that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
And
they just go under the rug.
And we go under the rug because people either listen to it and don't pay the mind after the fact, and like or just don't get support in any kind of way.
And even if they suck, like just critique it. Just be like, hey, instead of you saying, oh, you suck, just to be like, oh, hey, maybe you can do this, you can do that. Uplift one another so we can grow. All right, that got fucking pussy ass shit.
I thought that was wonderful.
That was bullshit.
I thought it was absolutely lovely.
You know what I mean?
Very sweet.
Fucking shit.
Very charismatic.
You got any Cialis on you? I'm trying to freaking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. My brother started watching not started. He's on the final season of Dexter.
The newest one.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We were talking about it. It's like, oh, who's your favorite villain? He's like Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer. I'm like, same. He's the dude.
The third Rock from the Sun dude.
Yes.
Incredible
actor.
Third Rock from the Sun.
To say so. He's easily
the best. On Frasier? Is he on Frasier?
Was he on Frasier?
No, right? No, I don't think so.
Know.
No.
I don't recall him being on Frasier. He was in.
I hope that wasn't racist.
But yeah. What?
2 old white bald dudes. Is that racist?
2 old white bald dudes?
Yeah, one of the main dudes in Frasier.
The 2 old white bald dudes are racist. 100%. Do you think those 2 bald old white dudes didn't use the N-word a day of their life?
Frasier, man.
What? Oh, Frasier.
Yeah,
he himself. I don't know if he's a racist. Well, maybe. He's Sideshow Bob.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Maybe he is racist. Who knows?
Frasier, right?
We don't know.
Yeah.
But he seems like a nice guy.
That was a funny show.
I mean, he is Sideshow Bob after all. So he definitely plays a big role in your life, I assume.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I almost forgot about that. I think about it.
Yeah, dude, come on, Sideshow Bob, Sideshow Bob, Sideshow Bob. Ah!
Is that your imitation of Sideshow Bob?
No, it's Bart Simpson.
Oh, okay, I got it.
You got it. Oh, hello, Bart. Hello, Bart.
That one's good.
Hello, Bart.
You got a good one.
Yeah, right. Thanks. But yeah, we were watching. But Arthur Mitchell, man, that dude was something else, huh? Holy shit! He killed women that reminded them of his mother.
Oh yes.
And he had that family where they portrayed the whole happy-go-lucky, hiya, how you doing? Top of the morning. Really racist of old white bald dude energy I'm getting from him. And he had the wife and the son and the daughter. And then when Dexter really got into the nitty-gritty behind the scenes with the family, when he spent time with them, he had that dinner, he found out the daughter is a slew. She likes to get in the pipe, probably getting, with older men that need the Cialis. And the son hates the father because the father is an absolute cunt. He doesn't know about the serial killings, but he knows that personality-wise, he's a piece of shit. And the wife is absolutely terrified of the husband. Terrified, like literally scared to death of him. And rightfully so, because, again, they don't know that he's a serial killer, but there's something dark within that guy.
You can feel it.
Yeah. They remember, those Thanksgiving, Dexter was invited to the dinner with family, and he's, everybody's going around. I think the wife said something, and the daughter said something, what they're thankful for, and then the father was just like, interested. Nobody said they're thankful for me.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
All I do, and then the wife tried to save face. Oh, I'm thankful for, and he interrupts her. Quiet cunt. Wow. Whew. Damn. God. Damn. Jesus.
That's a crazy.
I'll just fucking talk about fishing with this dude one day. Then he calls his wife a cunt in front of the family. And then he breaks the son's finger during the game. They're doing a high five.
Oh yeah.
High five. No, go get the goddamn cheese for the goddamn chips, asshole. Arthur Mitchell is the greatest and one of the greatest TV villains in the history of TV. And I don't care who calls me out on it. Debate me. You can't.
I was going to say, for those who don't know what we're talking about, because Dexter is a pretty in-depth and I guess niche show. I don't think everybody watched it, but I would say, Carlos, if there is a statement that you can say about that show and why people should watch it, give it to them.
All right. Here's the deal. I think it's one of the most unique shows out there. It really, gives you an idea. It's literally about a cop who's a serial killer that kills only, bad people, like other killers. So he's an anti-hero for, description purposes, but he's still a serial killer.
Yeah.
He's committing a crime.
Yeah.
Killed lots of people. And you really want to support him because, he's killing out bad people. But at the same time, he's also a bad person. And he's working with the cops. So he's trying to make sure, get ahead of the scoop. When they hear about the killings,
yes,
he'll be 10 steps ahead, be like, already on it. I'm killing people. Boom, pow. It's a unique show. The original version ended on a shitty note. We can debate that too. I didn't like it, but I enjoyed it overall. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I enjoyed it overall, and I think y'all should definitely check it out if you haven't seen Dexter. It doesn't really get graphic, to be honest. It's not really as bad.
Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah. I don't remember seeing anything that's
really gory,
kind of thing.
But there is nudity in there though. So all for our Bobby Boucher, please watch with a parent. But yeah, Dexter overall, not a bad show. Not bad at all. Are you watching anything these days?
I actually watched a show called Paranormal on Netflix yesterday.
Paranormal? What's that about?
It is I believe it's originally a Middle Eastern show. I believe
let's not talk about that. Dude, there was one thing with China, but holy fucking shit, you are like on thin ice right now.
I believe that the original language it's dubbed in English, but I believe that they're actually speaking Arabic. And it's all about like this one dude, and he's like going through a whole bunch of like paranormal events.
I would hope so. In the title, don't defeat the purpose.
Like there's like many like there's a lot of like ghosts and like stuff that like haunts, and like it also brings in like some of the cool like concept that like scares you as a kid kind of thing. I thought that was really cool. I think it's like a five episode like quick show. I would say it's just
like how long is each episode?
They're all about like 45 minutes, I think it was.
Jesus Christ.
And it was a good show. I would say
a lot of Arabic.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of time.
A lot of foreigner.
But it was a good show.
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I should say, going back to Dexter, one of the best intros in a TV show ever.
Oh yes. All the cutting and
just him getting ready. Dun, 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 and the song too. Great intro. There's none of that in the new season though.
The cool thing about I find like with intros and stuff like that is like there's so much work that goes into the production of small things that are appreciated like that. You know what I mean? Like Dexter's intro. And for those who don't know, please go watch it. It's actually a great intro.
It's a great intro.
Him getting ready.
Zoomed in on stuff it's just literally him getting ready in the morning. And just zoomed in on stuff that he's doing.
And it makes you feel like a little bit like tense inside when you're 100%. Watching it. That's a really cool part about it. Like those small
anybody else just cutting ham would just be like, okay, just cutting ham. But when he does, it's just like
it's like a perfect serial killer.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit. Like intros are a key part of the show, man. It's the not the bread and butter, I would say, but just like something that really gives you an idea as to what the show's about in just a few moments. Like the Simpsons intro,
classic. Like
probably top 5 greatest intros ever.
Classic.
You know what I mean? Definitely. Like everyone knows what it's all about. The Simpsons. This clouds go up. There's probably somebody flying in the cloud to advertise something. Zooms into the town of Springfield. All right. Then you go into Homer.
The production.
Kids are coming in just fucking attacking and shit. Or if we go to the longer version, Homer's back at the factory. Fucked up the shit for the goddamn worker. Poor Mr. Burns and his decrepit racist ass up there. So when are Mr. Burns and Thing gonna do it? What's his face?
Are you looking forward to that episode?
When Mr. Burns and Thing end up being a couple?
Smithers?
Yeah, Smithers.
Are you?
I'm not. I mean, they had to eventually, right? I mean, like, I would hope Smithers gets his. I mean, working for him all those years, and then like, dealing with all that embarrassment, humiliation. He's been chased by dogs a few times, but yeah, dude. I mean, like, I hope Smithers. Smithers is in love with his boss. You just really want him. You want to root for him. Root for the good guy. So you just hope that he gets his.
Smithers is definitely ahead of its time as a character. That character is fucking genius.
He wasn't always gay. It wasn't like
I know. Like in the very early seasons, I think he was just the assistant, then eventually, like Matt Groening and crew that happened to write all of those jokes would like go over your head as a kid.
Yeah.
And then you go rewatch that and you're like, oh, that's a gay joke.
Yeah.
And like you laugh at it because it's a genius joke. And then like during The Simpsons, during like the 90s and stuff like that, it still was like a derogatory term to be like, oh, like this person's gay and that kind of stuff. So they took it, made it into a great character that was ahead of its time. And then there's certain episodes that focus in on Smithers that really make you cheer for him throughout the season. So yeah, no, like Smithers is a great character. It's funny as hell. So I'm with you. I think that I cheer for him. I don't know about the later episodes. I don't know how that stuff goes, but a lot of the jokes that are wrote, like I'm not being homophobic in any kind of way. I hope not. But a lot of the jokes are extremely funny. Like And it makes me.
And just like that,
we've already
lost our final episode of the bank. Thank you so much.
We're
done.
We're done.
We're done. That's it.
But yeah, so good.
It's great, man. It's I mean, the jokes are just like, I don't even know if a kid could really watch that show and just be like, I get it. This show is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the kid will probably enjoy the Bart Simpson part, because Bart, like, back in the 90s was a massive deal.
Dennis and
huge deal. You know what I mean? So I think The Simpsons is just one of those shows where it's the greatest cartoon show of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think you can debate that.
I don't think it'll be topped.
I don't think it will be topped either. Well, I don't know. The Flintstones before it was also there, but who knows? It's I think it's one of the longest running shows.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows, man? The Simpsons is just like, it's just one of those shows where, you know, I don't even know if it'll never not be funny, because I haven't watched any recent. I just like stopped.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I imagine the show's really good. I'm not real. I don't know anymore, really. But I mean, I imagine it's still good considering it's still running.
Yeah.
You know, and then Disney bought out the rights for it, so I mean, it must be good.
Still marketable.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, missing a few characters. You know, those who passed away. Shout out to Mrs. Flanders,
Leading Murphy.
Krabappel.
Yeah, it's Krabappel.
Apu.
It's no longer Apu.
Shout out to Apu, man.
Yeah.
One of the smartest dudes on the show, and yet he had to be canceled because he was portrayed by a white guy.
It was tough, man. Like the whole like Apu drama was crazy, because Apu, another one of those characters that's like super lovable.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of cheer for him. You got to see part of his lifestyle, and there were certain episodes that really focused in on his life and like his trouble as an immigrant, and like the kids, and like getting arranged married.
Yeah.
Like overworking as like a convenience store clerk. It portrayed like, and this could be a stretch, but like some of the real life like situations that a lot of these immigrants that are coming to America,
it was the American dream for him. Yeah,
like it was. And then now that we got to that point where it's like, oh, because it's a white guy saying the voicing of it, then it's like, oh, that's, I don't know, they use the word racist in that case. Like, oh, it's racist that a white guy is making that accent. He should be doing that. But you ruined like one of the best portrayals of like what immigrants are in America. Right. And then it's not as if Matt Groening and them fucking made immigrants look stupid.
Right.
Like he was an amazing character.
Like, you can't compare what Apu was doing to like blackface back in the black and white era. That was not the same thing.
No,
not even close, in my opinion. I think that the issue with art in general is that you will always know what your intentions are for whatever art you're creating, but you can never control people's interpretations of what the art you're creating. Yeah. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part about art. You know what I mean? Even like us doing this, we could say the one thing, you know, that could fuck everything up, but like that was never our intention.
No.
Although that gay joke thing, I think that was way out of line in my opinion.
That was
Happy Pride Month. Yeah, but
it's tough, man. Like, you know, having to deal with like the Western society and how we really, you know, like things like censorship and things like watching what you say and having to kind of, you know, please the masses. It's definitely a tough situation when you're trying to create your own content.
I mean, like with everything going on and everyone's like, oh, speak your truth, you know, be who you are. It's like, I can't.
You can't really.
You can't really. I don't really know.
If it's not the masses truth or the truth that happens to be accepted by society during that time, then it's like you're shunned at that point in time. We go back to things like the Johnny Depp situation where like he loses his whole like likelihood as a star Hollywood actor just because he goes through this one like case of like spousal abuse and then end up winning. Yeah. You know, and it's tough, man. Like as an actor and as a person that's, you know, in the middle of society, the spotlight of society, it's like you really have to watch what you say. I would imagine that even if Carlos and I get to the point where we are fucking A+ celebrities or something along those lines, and we would almost have to get into like things like
and that's what I'm not gonna lie, that's a big fear of mine.
Tough,
you know, like now if we ever do end up getting big and then we have to get a publicist because we have to make sure we have to watch what we say, or fear of of how we look or how we portray something, or what image we're trying to portray.
Yeah.
It's it's just I don't want to live in like a bubble or a shelter where I can't say anything I want, regardless if I have to lie about it or whether I have to actually keep my true thoughts to myself. That's a scary thing for me. That is, I don't know if I can live an entire life like that. Like, great, the money's coming in, but like, are you really happy? Are you really happy?
Yeah.
Just miss the good old days where you can say wherever you want. Shout out to Isaiah Washington. You know who Isaiah Washington is?
No,
he's an actor who was on Grey's Anatomy, I believe. Was the show. He got fired for calling a dude a homo.
Oh wow, damn.
He got the shit end of the stick, in my opinion. I think that no, I'm kidding. And it turned out the dude was actually gay. So
Isaiah Washington.
No, the dude he called a homo.
Because if Isaiah Washington was actually
gay, then like it defeats the whole.
He's like, it was taken out of context.
Yeah.
Oh, so what happens? Like, are you
because
I'm trying to.
I mean,
I'm thinking, man, me could do this.
Well, who knows, man? The gay defense is always it could work out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, Kevin Spacey tried it, didn't work, but remember that? Well, he got accused of molesting an underage boy, and then Kevin Spacey went on Twitter. He's like, "I'm gay."
Like, what does that have to do with anything, motherfucker?
That's hilarious. I remember seeing a meme after that. And there was a cop walking beside a car, and he's like, "Mr. Spacey, you're going 100 miles over the limit. Do you have anything to say for yourself?" "I'm gay."
Like, great defense,
oh,
my friend.
Kevin Spacey. And he was on House of Cards too.
Isn't he in something now or recently? Yeah, like he got.
I think he's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, trying to make a comeback or something like that.
But I heard he's an actual dick in real life, though. Like, he's like not a nice guy. No pun intended.
Damn.
Dick.
Damn.
Well, hey, Kevin Spacey is doing his thing. Well, and he's in court now because he got accused of sexual harassment.
Oh, recently. Recently. Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, who knows, man? Well, free Kevin, man. He ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Shout out to the victims and, everybody involved in that situation. Hope everyone who truly, is innocent, they get the right justice. If that is that how you?
I would say.
Okay. Yeah, our publicist would have a full day with us. Jesus.
She'd be like, cut the camera.
Cut the fucking camera.
You guys aren't uploading this episode.
Yeah, this episode ain't it. Just tell everyone you can't upload this week. But yeah. Oh dear. So what did we talk about today? We talked about how the streets of Toronto needs to get their act together. Not the street. Well, Toronto in general. Politicians. No, and the streets of Toronto with their fucking patios. Get your shit together. My cousin is a snitch. Censorship is never a good idea. Well, depends. Depends.
I would think extreme. It has to be extreme.
Yeah. It has to be like way over the line.
Yeah.
But who really can tell what's way over the line? Like, if it's not against the law, I think it's fair game.
That's a tough one.
Right? Because who can really say what's over the line?
Yeah.
Like, who's in judgment of that?
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough argument.
Tough. It's a tough puzzle to solve for the blank. Yeah. It is. We try to solve the tough puzzles, but you know what? There's just some crossword puzzles you just can't get the answers to. All right? And that's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. But when there isn't a direct answer to something, answer the question. That's all I gotta say about that. And Ryan got us canceled.
I got us canceled.
Yeah.
Me turning 30.
You turning 30. You also being an uncle.
Becoming an uncle, which is huge.
Big deal. Massive deal.
It was a lot of topics today.
Oh, quite a bit. And you know what? I loved every minute of it. Did you not like it?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I'm still coming for you, Bobby Boucher.
All right.
23 on Xbox.
There we go.
No, I'm just playing. No, it was a wonderful episode. I think
you can't even look at me and say it. You're lying.
This is what I do though. I have to like pull words from the air. So I talk.
Is that how you solve your puzzles? We're trying to solve a puzzle here, and you're doing a crossword outside, just like.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Worst episode ever. That's my Jeff Albertson impression.
Turning 30, man.
Oh, am I not going to get context over that? What the fuck was that? Did you just burp out that you're just turning? That's a burp, what you did. Instead of you burping, you just said, I'm turning 30. And then you just, like, oh, you're not even going to say, excuse me.
I can see the hurt on my face, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're not one of those either, are you? Do you really? Are you like bummed out that you're older?
It's funny to see, or it's like it's funny to actually feel it, because when you're 15, you're like, man, 30 is fucking old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like I still remember the thoughts that I had when I was like 15. Like some of those like memorable events that you have as a child or like a teenager, you can still think about and put yourself in that place and be like, wow, like that was fun or whatever, or thinking about the future. It's like, man, I'm gonna be 30 one day. Yeah. And now it's clear cut in here.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter. I think people just feel old is because they feel like they haven't really accomplished much during that time. Before they reach that age.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we did all right for ourselves, or we're working men, paying bills, and and then we started. What do you have against bills?
Bills.
All right.
Okay. This episode's over.
Okay. All right. Jesus. All right.
No, it's fine.
Oh God. Don't you have anything nice to say about turning 30?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just fine. It's whatever. It is what it is. I like Carl said the best. I still feel like I'm like in my younger 20s, if not 19.
Not even like anything, like facts. Like you can just say a fact. Just be like, or just because that's my thing. Like I can't compliment people. I might get too mushy, so I just end up saying facts. Like it would be like a wedding, and it'd be like,
he's got hair.
You've got hair.
He's got tattoos.
You're wearing clothing.
I don't know what else I can really say about him. He's good. Like,
yeah,
you should be with him.
You have rights due to the Charters of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah.
You pay your taxes.
He pays his taxes.
You own a vehicle. You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and they are operational. Yeah.
For anybody who needs a best man for their wedding,
hit us up.
Please get Carlos. I would love to hear the speech.
The speech would be.
I will pay for the ticket to come to the wedding.
The speech would be top notch. Top notch stuff. All right. Well,
that was a lot of different. I think that's probably the most topics we've had in one conversation.
That's a good thing.
I definitely think so.
Because we like to talk. It's a good thing to really chop it up and really
a lot of different mazes today.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we do, baby. They give us a puzzle, we try and solve it. That's what we do, baby.
Give me one recommendation before we go.
Oh, We Own the City? Is that the name of the show?
No idea. Never heard of it.
This is awkward. I watched 2 episodes of it, and it's pretty good. We Own This City. That's right.
We Own This City.
So it's by the people that made The Wire. Really great show. Huge. Yeah. No relation to The Wire, so you don't have to watch The Wire to watch this show. But it does also take place in Baltimore, or the DMV area. Quite the same. A few actors from The Wire in the show also, which is cool. But yeah, you take, really interesting show. It's about, the show's, it's about police in Baltimore, a few corruption here and there. And a few episodes are out right now. I believe it's a mini series anyway, so I don't think there's going to be another season. But yeah, check it out. We Own This City.
Hype.
Yeah,
I'll have to try and check that out. Yeah. I heard The Wire is a wonderful show.
One of the best shows.
I haven't gotten around to watching.
One of the best ones I've ever seen. Yeah, 100%. Do you have any recommendations?
I'm gonna do a Toronto R&B artist, since we were talking about a Toronto rapper that needs to work a little bit more to satisfy Carlos's hip hop.
Very critical.
But I found out about this Toronto R&B artist the other day. His name's Dylan Sinclair. I don't know if you
Sinclair.
Dylan Sinclair.
What's his?
He's half Filipino, half black.
Oh, you lost me. That's it.
He's actually pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. He's a young dude. He's from Vaughan, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, funny enough. Yeah, I believe he's from Vaughan, if I have that right.
Yeah.
And I listened to his music for the first time, and he's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll give him he's actually good.
Damn.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Dylan Sinclair. I'm a fan. I don't even know if we can link him on our Instagram or something like that, but yeah, that'd be
we can try. We can do something like that.
He's great music. So that's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right then. Well then, thank you for joining us this week. Tune in next week to see Ryan have an emotional breakdown after turning 30. And
I come in with a fucking bandana, my sleeves up,
just like a midlife crisis.
Chugging beers.
You're way too young to be having this, but it's all good.
Doing a keg stand in the back.
Just like party on, dude. 30's that year, you know what I mean? Like everything will just come up to you so fast, realizing that you're an uncle and you're turning 30.
And you're coming here with a strobe light.
Yeah. There's like a stripper pole in here, wondering what's going on. This is too much. But yeah, that's it. I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is the Black with Carlos and Ryan. I'm going to die alone.
Oh my God. Peace, everybody.